We are here because books have been questioned, challenged, and banned at record rates this school year.
Is it just done at the behest of a group, or is there actually a vote of somebody?
And our students' well-being hinge on the access young people have to fully representative resources.
Wouldn't you say that is the appropriate way a representative democracy is supposed to work?
Over the course of the last school year, Florida school districts have removed over 300 books from shelves, including Anne Frank's Diary, All Boys Aren't Blue, American Psycho, and even 1984. The Florida Senate has passed 156 Senate bills that forbid explicit content. Sexual, violent, and LGBTQ+ content has been censored from classrooms.
You know, it has made us much more deliberate in what we choose to teach, which is not necessarily a bad thing. Though some of the things that I've traditionally taught are challenged or no longer acceptable, which has been kind of an adjustment period for sure, as we've tried to come up with, equitable literary texts that explore similar themes.
I think for us it was a little bit more rigorous. I think the quality of the instruction was higher. I think that the teachers had a lot more freedom, which allowed them to be more creative and in turn became more passionate about their work. I think teachers have so many more restrictions and requirements when it comes to metrics and outcomes that I think it restricts them from being the true educator that they probably dreamt of being.
At college level, we can say it's fair game, all things are fair game, but is all things fair game at elementary school age? Should 5-year-olds be exposed to the same types of materials that 18-year-olds are exposed to? I think therein lies the problem and the question.
I believe that there's some level of fear as expressed by certain individuals in the community of that teachers and the school system in general are attempting to create a certain mindset or create a certain set of beliefs in students. I do not particularly believe that that is the case. In many of the things that I've seen banned around the country, I do not believe are actually occurring in classrooms, but I believe that the fear of them is the reason that these laws are being passed.
I think it's this idea of control that a lot of people in power want to have, and if there's something that they don't agree with or that aligns with their morals or principles, they need to project that desire to take that away onto everyone when they have that role of power in this country.
I am almost avoiding it, but even just the other day in one of my classes, he had to remove one of the assignments because he got a notice from the school board that he couldn't teach it anymore. And I thought that was really interesting.
The ability to learn about and appreciate the diversity of the human experience, perspective, and opinions is crucial to gaining a sense of belonging. We can gain this ability through our access to books and other resources. This is why a singular reaction to a book should never result in the immediate removal of a resource, but instead be the basis for a conversation to understand the purpose of a library and the support and resources that librarians offer.
I'm worried about college education. I'm worried about the potential for indoctrination at all different levels of education.
I think that these laws will change with time, and they're going to probably go back and forth with the pendulum, the political pendulum, as it swings back and forth depending on who is in control of passing and creating this type of legislation.
If 8 texts are no longer allowed that hit the theme you desired, there's always a 9th because of the complexity and depth of the English language. But at the same time, having to seek out that 9th has been somewhat of a challenge.
I think my desired outcome would be that these laws decrease and hopefully go away, but I think it's an uncertain time in our country and we really can't be sure of whether or not they'll be going away anytime soon. It just depends on how the next few years of leadership alter and change.
In the end, I believe in free thought. I believe that there is something important about not only being able to read texts that are challenging to your worldview, but also being able to be seen in a text.
Hello, My name is Kalina Petrova. I'm a junior at Winter Park High School, and I'm also the creator of this documentary. The main takeaway I would like you to have after watching this is that students value their education. Limiting our access to resources we can use to better understand the world full of contrasting viewpoints, history, and culture is just preventing us from becoming the best intellectual versions of ourselves. I want to be able to form my own opinions, not to be influenced by someone of authority and what they want me to think. In the next 20 years, I hope for change. Change for schools, change for students in mind, and change for the better.